Carboniferous region, the only place in Mexico where coal is mined. Prepare for an adventurous trip through the most beautiful and scenic places in northern Mexico with the best options for the tourist. The Carboniferous region is located in the center of the state of Coahuila and includes 5 municipalities: Sabinas, San Juan de Sabinas, Musquis, Juarez, and Progreso. For over a century, coal has been mined in the area and has become an important driver of the electrical power and steel industries. The people of the region are characterized by their warm and kind temperament. It is a land of hospitality. This region is 60 miles from the border cities of Piedras Negras and Ciudad Acuña, and just a little further away is the border city of Nuevo Laredo. The Carboniferous region has an excellent electrical power infrastructure thanks to its 2 carboelectric plants located in the city of Nava. It also has excellent airport facilities as well as a fine network of highways and railroads. Now that we know what our destination is, let's begin our adventure. Let's take a look at one of the natural beauties of the Carboniferous region, River Sabinas, which gets its name from the Spanish word for juniper tree, of which there are a great variety growing along its banks. The Sabinas River, running through the north-central part of the state of Coahuila, extends the entire length of the Carboniferous region and is one of the most important rivers in northern Mexico. It is noted for the beauty of its surroundings and the natural relics that have endured the passing of time. Along its banks, the Chihuahua Desert blends with the Tamaulipas brushland, inhabited by over 248 species of birds, 80 species of mammals, 12 species of amphibians, and 70 species of reptiles, besides 36 species of fish, of which 13 or 14 are peculiar to this region. Along the river, we will find many recreational areas, such as parks, the Santa Maria and Guadalupe Victoria parks, ideal for having picnics, hikes under the juniper trees, open-air sports, photography of wildlife, or simply the enjoyment of nature. Another place to rest and find refreshment is in the water at the Cascada Recreational Park, a natural environment located in the city of Musquis. The area is equipped as a bathing resort for the visitor's comfort and convenience. The Sabinas River empties into the Venustiano Carranza Dam, known to tourists and local folk as Don Martin. We have now arrived at the Don Martin Dam. Its official name is Venustiano Carranza Dam, one of the most important tourist attractions in northern Mexico. Various sporting and tourist activities can be practiced here. Let's go through it in order to get acquainted with it. Here, bass fishing is practiced as a sport. This makes a very delectable dish, and the main fishing tournaments in this area are held in May and in October. Also, during the Eastern vacation season, various events are held daily. Beach volleyball and hikes, such as the 65-kilometer walk organized to promote healthcare, starting in the city of Sabinas. We also have musical and sporting events. In the different playing fields surrounding the dam, sportsmen, young people, and tourists mingle as they come together to swim, go boating, ride motorbikes, practice some water fun, or simply visit. The Don Martin Dam is a good place to spend vacations. Here in the Carboniferous region, we find interesting museums such as the General Francisco Villa Museum, erected on the very site where the Centaur of the North and his followers, the Dorados, laid down their arms. Now the cultural center dominates this area. There is a paleontology museum, but what do you say we move on to Sabinas, Coahuila to see the famous dinosaur discovered in this area? 70 million years ago, during the Cretaceous period, there was a creature that was unique in all the world, the Sabinosaurus. Its name, meaning lizard of Sabinas, was found here in the Carboniferous region, and its remains and replicas of the animal are preserved in the Paleontology Museum of the Carboniferous region. You must come to visit it. There are many things to see. This is one of the largest museums in northern Mexico. Come along, you'll have great fun. At the museum, there is also an exhibit of the tracks of a dinosaur, left printed on the sedimentary plate millions of years ago, along with fossils of other species such as fish, mollusks, corals, and mammoths. The museum also contains archaeological material, traces left by ancient inhabitants of the Carboniferous region, such as arrowheads and primitive tools. But now, let's move quickly to the National Coal Museum, also located here in the city of Sabinas. Here in Agujita, Coahuila is the Coal Museum, a place built to commemorate the mining of this mineral in Mexico. A special place to visit as a family. The collections held by this museum are a testimony of man's encounter with the earth and the tenacity of our miners in the extraction of the resources necessary to live. The Historical Museum of Musquis contains primarily archaeological, paleontological, and other collections alluding to the history of the city, such as the spaces dedicated to the Kickapoo and other ethnic groups that have lived in this Carboniferous region since 1883. Now we fly to the wilder regions of the Carboniferous zone, where we find the best samples of white-tailed deer, the most coveted trophy of domestic and foreign hunters. In addition, we may find wild boar, mourning dove, quail, coyote, and wild turkeys. The game parks offer reasonable fees and complete services such as lodging, food, transportation, and rental of weapons for hunters. Another interesting place is the Ethnobotanical Garden of the Carboniferous Region Technical Institute, composed of a series of mazes representing various periods. The beauty of their art forms are underscored, presenting the relationship between plants and man. The Carboniferous region has the best fairs in all of Mexico, where livestock, public theater, crafts, games, baked goods, music, and dance exhibitions are held. These fairs are held in Nueva Rosita, Musquis, and Sabinas. This last fair is the finish line for the famous horse ride that begins in Santo Domingo, Coahuila, 300 kilometers away, to celebrate the founding of the city of Sabinas. And for those who prefer the smell of gasoline and high speeds, there is a visit to the Carboniferous Region Speedway, where quarter-mile drag races, motocross, and stunt events are held every year. And speaking of engines, we also have the 4x4 Carboniferous Cup, in which the best drivers in the world show their skill, pushing their vehicles to their limits. But not only is there ecological tourism and adventure, the cities also provide their own attraction with nightlife for visitors that prefer movie-going, bars, and discotheques. And in the area of business tourism, the Carboniferous region has facilities of all kinds adequate for your conventions, congresses, seminars, and presentations. Among these are the 3- and 4-star hotel infrastructure, excellent ground transportation access by means of highway networks, and a large variety of restaurants, travel agencies, and car rentals. The Carboniferous region is more than what we have seen in this video. You need only approach your travel agency and they will open the door to paradise for you. Don't lose your way. The destination is the Carboniferous region here in Coahuila. See you soon.
Aquí en la región carbonífera de Coahuila te estamos esperando.
Fall in love with the past and venture forth in the present.